Alrighty, folks, we got some more new additions to the rock stockpile. Trying to get all this stuff cleared out of the way so I can start reviewing all my new releases for this year. I'll take one step forward and two steps back, it seems like. Alright, first up, Portrait. Let me brutalize this. Crimen, Laesae, Majestatis, Divinae. This is their second album. Came out in 2011. Their debut came out in 2008. They did just release an album this year called The Host, which was their sixth release. And it will be making an appearance in my end of the year album ranking. These guys are from Sweden. That'll be a reoccurring theme here. Unfortunately, on this one, there's 8 tracks on this one, I believe. Yeah, 8 tracks. Unfortunately, the last track on here skips, but the seller was nice enough to refund me the entire price for this CD, although it still is a bummer that it doesn't play all the way through. These guys get compared a lot to King Diamond and Merciful Fate. More Merciful Fate, I'd say, but the guy, he sings in falsetto, but he's not mimicking King Diamond at all. Speaking of mimicking, Blazon, I decided I'd get this one. Of course, I've known about Blazon forever. These guys are out of Sweden. This is their debut from 2013. They have 7 albums out. Their last one came out in 2021, but they did release a live album in 2023. If you can't tell by the artwork and the album title, Return to Port Royal, these guys are big fans of Running Wild. Running Wild has an album called Blazing Stone. They have an album called Port Royal. The first song on here, which is an intro, is called Black Chest Inn, but it's just spelled with one N, as opposed to Black Hand Inn. So, yeah, it's very, very Running Wild, as you would expect. Which is one reason why I never got around to getting it. But I've heard plenty of people say that Blazing Stone is better than Running Wild. I don't happen to share that opinion. But it's funny because listening to this album, there were times when I would catch myself singing a Running Wild song while this one was playing. It's good, but I mean, I'd rather just have Running Wild if I want my pirate metal. Then we have Stormwarrior, Thunder Steele. These guys are out of Germany. This was their 5th album, came out in 2014. Their debut came out in 2002, kind of putting them on the outskirts of new wave of traditional heavy metal. Their last album came out in 2019. They got 6 albums overall. Pardon me, allergies are acting up. This album is, it's really good. It's a Japanese import too, I forget. Got the little obi here. Same artwork, although it's cool artwork. If I didn't say, these guys are from Germany, so it would make sense that this album is like Walls of Jericho meets Land of the Free. The dude could be in a Kai Hansen cover band. He sounds that close to him, but it doesn't ape Halloween or Gamma Ray. Very power metal-y, speed metal-y. but it's really good. I'll definitely pick up more stuff from these guys. Stormwarrior, third Swedish band. I don't know if I mentioned that Blazing Stone was from Sweden. Rocka Rollas, also from Sweden. I had heard of these guys before, but I kind of thought their name was stupid, so I never bothered looking into them. This is their second album from 2013, Metal Strikes Back. You can tell by the song titles what's going on with these guys. Heavy Metal Strikes Back, Riding the Metal Storm, Metalive, Steel Wheeler, Swords Raised in Victory, Night of the Living Steel. There's a recurring theme here, but it's really good. I would definitely pick up more stuff from these guys too if I came across it. This is their, if I didn't say, this is their second album from 2013. Their debut came out in 2011. Their last album came out in 2020, and they have 6 albums out. This is kind of Halloween meets Riot 5, but maybe a little more speed metally. It's good. Good artwork too. Next up, not Blazing Stone, but Blazing Rust. These guys are out of Russia. This is their debut from 2017, called Armed to Exist. Very Stalingrad-esque on their album art. The album Stalingrad from Accept. Their last album came out in 2020, so they only have 2. These guys have a lot of Night Demon in them, except maybe not quite as dynamic as Night Demon. It'd be interesting to hear their second album and see if they've kind of expanded on their sound. But it was good. And last but not least, Voodoo Circle. Pete Pardo and Rich Catino were talking about this band, and I had heard about them before, but I just didn't know anything about them. Both of them said they liked it, so I thought I'd give it a try. This is called Whiskey Fingers. It's their 4th album from 2015. Their debut came out in 2008. Now, they did have an album come out this year. I did not hear about it. I didn't even know about it until I was putting together my little notes for this. But they do have 7 albums out. I don't remember Pete reviewing their album. If he did, I forgot. But this is... The 1987 Whitesnake album was thrown in a blender with Bent Out of Shape by Rainbow. This is what you'd get. It's like AOR Whitesnake. Very well played, very well produced. A little too commercial AOR-y for me. But the dude, the singer, David Redman, he's from a band called Pink Cream 69. And that dude could play in a Whitesnake cover band. There's times he sounds exactly like David Coverdale. Alrighty, here's 6 more for you from the rock stock inventory. You guys have a good one.